There's nothing quite like perfectly seared, juicy, tender steak. And when you cook a steak on the amazing Weber sear station, you'll understand that perfect steak isn't just something you have to order at a restaurant. The sear station gives you the extra direct high heat you need to seal and caramelise the outside of your steak. Then you can use the indirect cooking method to finish it off to perfection, however you like your steak cooked. And once you master it, you may never order a steak at a restaurant again. Today we're going to cook some beautiful ribeye steaks, served with a red wine jus. To do this, we're going to be using the unique Weber gas barbecue feature, the sear station. As always, before you start cooking, it's important that you preheat your Genesis to get the cast iron grill really nice and hot. We'll be using both direct and indirect methods for these ribeyes today, and our side burner to create the perfect accompaniment to our steak, a velvety red wine jus. You'll need to follow these simple steps to get your Genesis ready to cook on the sear station. To light your barbecue, turn your gas bottle on. Turn the left-hand control knob to the start high position, then immediately press your igniter button. And now repeat this to light the other two main burners. When preheating for using the sear station, set all 4 burners, including the sear burner, to high. Preheat with the lid closed for 10 minutes. Preparing these steaks is simple. Since we're cooking on such a high initial heat, we recommend that you use steaks that are at least 4 centimetres thick. Any thinner and you'll risk overcooking your steak. I'm going to lightly oil the steaks. And then generously season with salt, and some black pepper. Of course, we want to do that on both sides. Get a bit on the edges too. After 10 minutes preheat, we're ready to cook. Today we're going to start cooking using the direct method, searing our steaks over the Genesis sear station. We want to create a high constant heat to ensure that our steaks get that beautifully crisp, caramelised outer texture. Then we're going to finish off our steaks using the indirect method. So we also want an area of our barbecue to be cooler, to allow the steak to cook through to our desired result without burning the outside. So once the barbecue is preheated, we turn the far right burner off, and this creates an indirect cooking zone that we'll use to finish our steaks once they're seared. Now let's place our steaks on the grill, directly above the sear station. And a little tip, when you place your ribeyes on the grill, gently press down on them with your tongs to ensure that the surface of the steak contacts fully with the hot grill. Then close the lid. After 90 seconds, open the lid and turn your ribeyes 90 degrees, but don't flip them just yet. Doing this ensures that you achieve that beautiful restaurant quality crisscross branding. Then close the lid and cook them for another 90 seconds. Open the lid and turn the steaks over. Again, using the back of your tongs, gently press down on the steaks. Close the lid and cook for another 90 seconds. Now open the lid and turn your ribeyes 90 degrees. And cook for the final 90 seconds. This is the searing part of our cooking done. Now what we want to do is finish these ribeyes to medium, and to do that, we need to use the indirect method. So now we can turn our sear station off, and move our ribeyes to the right-hand side of the grill above the unlit burner. Then close the lid. Now as our ribeyes are around 4 centimetres thick, and we want them cooked to medium, we'll keep our steaks here for around 12 minutes. Your Genesis barbecue has now effectively transformed from a high heat grill to an oven almost instantly. With the steaks roasting away, it's time to make our red wine jus. You'll need 4 shallots, sliced finely, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 1 clove of garlic crushed, a sprig of fresh rosemary, 2 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar, 1 cup of dry red wine, 1 cup of beef stock, and 50 grams of butter. Now to cook this sauce, we'll be using our side burner on the Weber Genesis barbecue. To light your side burner, lift the lid. Turn the control knob to the high setting and press the igniter button. Place your saucepan on the burner and heat the olive oil on low. Add the shallots, salt and pepper, and fry for about 5 minutes. Once the shallots have browned, add the rosemary and garlic and continue to cook for a further 2 to 3 minutes. Now add the balsamic vinegar, wine and beef stock to the saucepan. Cook over low heat until the jus has reduced by 2/3. Once reduced, add the butter and stir. Turn off your side burner as soon as you've added the butter. Leave it to cool slightly and then strain through a sieve. These ribeyes have been resting now for about 5 minutes. Let's see how they've turned out. Have a look at that. Absolutely perfect medium, just ready for our red wine jus. Of course, you can also find instructions on how to use your Genesis sear station in the cookbook that comes with your barbecue and start enjoying restaurant quality steaks at home.